you're right. Like, we need to put our stuff down and we need to give our children focused attention. So I love the fact that doing the infant massage, both hands are busy. They're not looking around. They're not checking their phone. And I'm not guilt tripping anyone because my child has said to me, Mommy, can you watch this movie without looking at your phone? So I know, I get it. Welcome to the Birth Experience Podcast. I'm Trish Ware, a longtime labor and delivery RN turned online birth educator / virtual doula. I've had the amazing privilege of delivering many, many babies in my 16 plus year career as a labor and delivery nurse. And as a mama of 7, I'm here to help you take the guesswork out of childbirth so you can make the choices that are right for you and your baby, and write the birth story of your dreams. So hit subscribe and let's replace your anxiety and fear with complete confidence. Quick note, this podcast is for educational purposes only and does not replace your medical advice from your provider. Check out our full disclaimer at the bottom of the show notes. Elina, I am so excited to have you. I want to make sure I'm saying your name right. It is Elina.
You got it.
Right. Okay, good. I usually get names right, but every once in a while I will butcher one so badly. But I hear a lot of names. In my line of work, we hear a lot of names. So we were kind of chatting before we got started, and I said, no, wait, we're going to talk about this. So the very first thing I'm going to say is you are our first podcast guest ever.
Yay!
It's so exciting. I love that you're so passionate about teaching the importance of infant and child massage. And I just want to hear how you ended up there. What led to that passion?
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing I kind of know.
It's, every time there's an invention, it's always born of some kind of issue or trauma, and it's actually pretty funny because, like I mentioned, I thought I was going to be this very natural, very, like, I would know every minute what to do, and very instinctual mom, when in fact I wasn't, and I realized I was much more type A than Zen. And I realized that, I even wonder about colic and the stress my son was under, because when he was born, I wondered if it was my anxiety being, one of those cycles that my anxiety then was being relayed to him and vice versa. And so, because nobody really still knows the basis of colic. It could be digestion. It could be so many different, immature systems, sensory issues. But regardless, I had such a hard time and my son has anxiety, and so I just always was thinking back through my career, because I marketed a lot of different baby products and I brought a few products to market. And the products I always gravitated towards were the ones that would help babies sleep or do something that would really improve a woman's maternal health. Because we know when baby's not sleeping, when baby's crying, when baby has colic, it takes a huge toll on the mother. And the parents. Depression, anxiety. So I had all of that postpartum. And so I started thinking about what practice, there's, baby wearing, for instance, was not a thing, right, until 20 years ago. And now you can't go anywhere without seeing, a sling or a new carrier being advertised, or moms just swear, communities based on baby wearing. And so we've learned so much over the years. And a lot of the practices we're adopting are from other cultures, whether it's Eastern cultures, Africa, and we're just really realizing that we don't have all the answers in terms of the medical intervention is not always the best intervention necessarily. So I started thinking about what was the one thing that I really wish could go back in time and do with my own babies, my own kids who are now 9 and 14. And I realized that baby massage was this one area where surprisingly there wasn't enough information out there about. There's a few organizations and some classes you can take, but we see sleep coaches, on Insta. We see all the toddler experts. We see all the lactation experts, but there wasn't anyone really discussing all the benefits and the science-backed benefits of baby massage. And there's just been so many studies since it's come over from the other cultures, and more people are open to it. So it became important to me to create a platform around it. And then ultimately I wanted to create a tool because I really felt there was a barrier for a lot of parents to feel that they could just start massaging their babies, even though it should be instinctual. It should be, you can watch a video and learn it in like 10 minutes, because you're the expert of your baby, I always say. Parents worry. They worry they're not doing it right. They worry that they'll hurt the baby for some reason. When in fact, you're massaging and touching your baby every single day, just not in a very formal, structured way. So I just became passionate about it. I became a certified infant massage instructor, and I started doing these tutorials on social media, and it just started taking off, and it was huge. There was a lot of interest.
That's so interesting. It's funny when you were talking, I have a son who he was so colicky. Now I honestly think that he had the milk soy protein allergy, dairy allergy. My youngest son, who I had at 42, so I had him late in life, he had it. But when Elias was born, there was no such thing as MSPI. It was only colic. That was it. If they cried, it was colic. And so by the time I had Grayson, here I am, a mom of 7. And one of the girls that I knew that had a baby at the same time as me, because most of the women I knew who were pregnant were having their first, not their last at 42. One of the girls suggested that I look into that. And that's how I found out about that. But I was when you were talking, I was laughing because, I was in my, I was 23 when Elias was born, I believe. And he had digestive issues from the get-go. He still does. And I instinctively would massage his tummy when he was crying. And I believe like when you're a really young mom, you just do the things because you don't have all those mental blocks yet. I love hearing your passion for infant massages, and I would love to hear, like, what do you think the top benefits are of infant massage or child, or is there an age when,
Yeah, I think bonding is the first one, because when do you take 20 minutes out of your day to solely focus on your baby and to really learn what makes them happy, which body parts they like massaged, what don't they like, what faces or noises they make when they're happy or unhappy. So it really just allows you to focus in on your baby in a way that you wouldn't have time like that otherwise.
When you're saying that, and when we've talked about that focus time, I get this. I had first a picture of a mama with a cell phone in her hand and a baby in the other. And then as you're talking, I'm picturing her putting the cell phone down. We both have businesses that are based on social media. So of course we want you to spend some time for yourself and educating and learning. But you're right. Like, we need to put our stuff down and we need to give our children focused attention. So I love the fact that doing the infant massage, both hands are busy. They're not looking around. They're not checking their phone. And I'm not guilt tripping anyone, because my child has said to me, "Mommy, can you watch this movie without looking at your phone?" So I know, I get it. And I was even thinking, like, I wish this is something that I had really known about, because I just think it's so incredibly important for the focus time.
It's so important. And as moms, yes, we're more distracted than ever. And also they found studies that as a new mom, I felt like very I didn't feel as confident in handling my own baby as I could have, because I hadn't had that experience of changing babies and watching babies. And so it really builds that confidence in a parent, which ultimately is conveyed to the baby, and the baby feels confident in the caretaker.
Right. And like you said before, the mom is learning. She's learning her baby's cues. So when someone else is trying to tell her what to do with her baby, she has learned their cues, and she's like, oh, well, the baby doesn't like that, or the baby likes that, because she knows that baby by really focusing and watching. I love that. I'm so excited for you to come in to Calm Mama Society, which, by the way, is our new membership and community for moms of all stages. And we have experts like Elina coming in all areas outside of labor and birth, because that's what I teach inside my birth course. But inside of Calm Mama Society, we have free events for moms that are going to expose them to things like this, like infant massage, which I never even thought about with any of my 7 children. And now I'm sitting here thinking, I really wish that I had known this. And I really would love when you come in, because, we're doing, what was it? Keep calm and massage your baby. Is that what we decided? I really would love for you to really hit on this nugget of gold of this focused time for mom to really bond. And like you said, 20 or 30 minutes. Because I think a lot of times we think like we get that during breastfeeding, which we do. But I love this idea that she's learning her baby.
And it's also like a form of, if you think about it, like, we don't have time. I did a lot of yoga to get out of all my postpartum things, and I tried to meditate, but it's very hard to take that time. So, where baby massage becomes that mutual mindfulness practice that you're equal, it's almost a form of meditation for you, as much as it is for your baby. And you're both building that mindfulness and that awareness of each other. And that's just bonding. I mean, there's so many benefits in terms of, growth, and brain development, and neural development and digestion, and helping babies feed better, because if their digestion is better, they're able to feed more and grow faster. So there's just, in the studies are coming out all the time, talking about all the different benefits, in terms of immunity, and that's so important these days. And so it's just, the list is kind of endless of benefits. And the more you do massage, the more benefits there are, because it's a cumulative practice. And so it's kind of like taking your vitamins every day. If you do, if you take it once, it's great. And, but it's the daily taking of them that is really going to add up, in terms of benefits over time.
I'm going to go and tell Steve when we get done that you said that he needs to massage me every day because the benefits grow.
Yes, that's what I said.
I get tons of questions every day about my birth courses. And if you haven't joined us yet, I thought I would share some answers with you. What makes my birth course different than all other birth courses? This course is designed and taught by a labor nurse who is incredibly passionate about you and your birth experience. It is deeply rooted in evidence-based care and facts. Inside my birth course, you're going to have access to a private community group full of other women ready to help you at a moment's notice. Imagine what it will feel like to have an entire group of women in your corner who you can turn to with questions and fears. You will not be alone on this journey. Another question I get is, what if I feel like I don't have time? I know you're busy. We all are. But here's the thing. You can work at your own pace. It is self-paced, online. You have access for a lifetime. You can listen while you're doing the dishes, driving to work, folding laundry, or just hanging out. And you know what's really time consuming is putting off your own self-care and then winging your birth. It's better an ounce of prevention now than a pound of cure later. This is a big investment for me. I'm not sure. Mama, a lot of insurance companies will reimburse you. Now, I can't say that for sure, but we can help you submit it for reimbursement. What if I decide this course isn't for me? No problem. We have a 14-day money-back guarantee. No questions asked. Just send us an email with your name and your email that you used to join your birth course, and we'll take care of it. I'm not a first-time mom. Do I still need this? Did your last birth experience leave you feel empowered, full of confidence, and in awe of your body's abilities? If not, you can definitely improve this experience this time around. You know better than anyone that you don't get a second shot at this birth. Use this chance to learn your rights and understand what your body is truly capable of. You won't regret it. Let me teach my proven steps for having a better birth experience that you long for and that you don't regret. If you have any other questions I didn't cover here, head over to Instagram, send me a DM, or send me an email at info@labornursemama.com. But if you are all ready to join on our next enrollment, which is April 12th, then go to labornursemama.com/waitlist, because we want you to have a calm labor and a confident birth. I was wondering, as you were talking, I have had surgery before, and I did a lot of research prior and after. And this is something like I am a huge fan of prepping your body for things like surgery. So inside of our scheduled cesarean course, I have a whole section on this. And then afterwards, I talk to them about nutrition and health and also lymphatic massage. So I'm just wondering if this stimulates that at all in these babies, like if that's anything you guys delve into
Oh,
or.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, the lymphatic system is obviously so important in terms of massage. Um, Boosts, there's so many, their circulation, it drains the lymph nodes, it allows, when your baby's congested and has a cold, it's really helpful for, you could do a lot of face massage and sinuses, and then also chest massage for congestion. So all of that is so important just to help them, because their bodies are so immature and their systems are so immature. And so by doing the massage, you're really helping their neurons really make those connections much faster. And so it's amazing to see some of the studies that they've done, especially on preemies, because a lot of the times the studies are on preemies because they're the ones who are available at the hospital that you can follow up with. And they have found, I mean, it's amazing in terms of the speed at which the preemies who are massage versus non-massage groups grow and thrive and leave the hospital. So we're just really only just touching at it's only the tip of the iceberg here with what we know about massage, but they're doing so many studies about the connections and how the brain develops, and it's just fascinating to see. And it's one of those things it's like, even if you don't you know s- believe in it, it's like it doesn't hurt to do it. Like there's no negative downside to baby massage, let's put it this way. Even if you don't agree that maybe all the studies were so conclusive, there's a reason it's been done for, I think, centuries. And for us to think that because we're modern society and we know more than our all these ancestors
Right.
do,
Yeah.
it's interesting to see that now science combining with those ancient practices.
It's so incredible. I love hearing this because I really didn't know a lot of this. So this is super interesting to me. And I can't wait for my members to come to your teaching and hear this because I think they're going to be blown away. And I'm super excited about, because I do weekly coaching with my students. So I can't wait to get them pumped up and be like, you guys have to come. I don't care if you've had your baby yet or not, come. Because I think this will be a great resource for them to have from the time the baby is born.
Yeah. People ask me like, when can you start baby massage? Um, and because, you always have the vision of baby lying down and you're massaging them. And while you can do that, like as early as 2 to 3 weeks, when baby's first born, you can start massaging them right away by laying them on your chest. So you can start, because what happens a lot of times as babies get older, they get more mobile. And a lot of moms are like, well, my baby hates massage. He hates to be touched, or it's just like every time I try, he's just like tries to run away. But it's one of those things that, the ideal situation is you would get your baby used to it from birth. But if you can't, it's just being consistent every day and doing even like 2, 3 minutes, 5 minutes a day, and then growing that practice over time. But it's amazing that you can start right away, and people worry, it's a baby, but the more they get used to having, because it takes time. Like when the first time you got massage, it's like it's a little strange it's an unfamiliar feeling. And so you see babies like say in India who've been massaged every single day. They're tossed around and they don't they're just like, great, massage away. But a lot of times babies who aren't used to that sensation will take a little time to get used to it. So if you can, start them at birth, but every baby acclimates eventually, because it's a feel-good practice.
Yeah. And I'm sure that it is comforting to them once they're over the being startled by it.
Yeah, but it's interesting. Some babies like don't like their face being touched, or they're just not. Maybe they're sensitive in a certain part of their body. But that, again, then it's information. It's all data that you're gathering about your baby. And so if maybe they have tension in their face, maybe that there's tension in their neck. So it's just figuring out slowly what's a pleasurable experience for your baby, and then making sure that you keep experimenting, because as we all know, there's babies change every second. So if your baby doesn't want to massage in the morning, or they only like massage at night, well, the next day they'll flip it. So it's so important to maintain that mindset of flexibility, and it teaches us as mothers how to be flexible, which is the most important and intuitive, the most important qualities that we as modern working women sometimes struggle with. Exhibit A, me.
Yeah. Yes. So one of the things I was interested in is because I, was looking at your website, which go ahead and tell everyone where they can find you.
Sure. I am at Kahlmi, and Kahlmi is pronounced just like Call Me, and it's KAHLMI.com.
My assistant and I were doing a little bit of research in preparation for this interview. And one of the most interesting things that I saw is the benefits to digestive issues and primarily gas.
Yes, yes, that is such a huge topic, because I think there's everyone just has an app just about poop, just what color is their poop, what's wrong with the poop. It's like babies and poop.
When did they poop? How often did they poop?
So it's interesting. So I originally I posted a video about massaging babies' feet, because reflexology is an ancient Chinese practice of massaging pressure points to release channels of energy that are blocked. And some babies, and even they can be constipated for like days, 10 days, some even.
I've had mine go 5 or 6 days when they're newborns.
Yeah, and so and sometimes that's normal, because they're nursing, and they're just not pooping. But at the same time, it really creates a lot of discomfort and gas. So what I did this video on TikTok, and it went up to like 10 million views, because the majority of people who tried this just said, I was freaking out. I did this quick massage on baby's feet, and there was a huge blowout. Like 3 seconds late,
I'm gonna have to share this on Labor Nurse Mama, because I get poop questions all the time.
Oh my, it works so well. And it's just one of those hacks, like those poop hack, like that you just are like, wow. I mean, I wish I had known about it. Again, everything I've done now is all I wish I had known. I wish I had known this with my baby. But I get to relive it now with new babies, everyone else's babies. So that's fine.
So next time Grayson is constipated, my 7-year-old, I'm going to be like, come here. I'm going to do
Yes,
this.
it works on older kids and teens and adults.
My teenager would probably kick me.
Mhm.
She would not.
Foot massage.
Oh, no. She would be like, what? I'll ask her when we get done and I'll let you know.
So, yeah, there's so many benefits. And you can really, with teething, there's a lot of massages for the face that you can do along the jawline and around the mouth that will really relieve that inflammation. So there's also pressure points for sleep. There's a sleep massage that you can do right before bed. And it's all about creating association. So with sleep, they have found that baby massage definitely is linked to deeper and longer sleep. And, obviously there's no cure all. Like if your baby's waking up and they're teething, they're going to wake up and they're teething, right? But how quickly can they go back to bed? How quickly can they settle? And the more they get used to you massaging them and the fact that this is time for their massage, their nervous system automatically settles. So it's also anticipation of the massage and the routine and the ritual that helps them calm themselves. And this is really the foundation for all mindfulness that they will have in their life later on.
I love that. And I'm also thinking that because of their familiarity with it, it brings comfort and a sense of safety.
Yeah, it's a great bedtime routine. So, they obviously, I had a routine where I would always, do bath and read a book. And then I read the study that even babies, who had just a book didn't sleep as well as the babies where you add the massage in, because there's also that release of oxytocin, decrease in cortisol for both mom and baby. So it just instantly relaxes you.
That's amazing. I'm so thrilled by all of this. You should have a course. Do you have a course?
Well, so yes, so I am, since I'm putting out, my main this is my massager wand. I have all my tutorials on TikTok and Instagram, and I'm going to start a course, or possibly as an app add-on, that will be, a lot of it will be free information for everyone, because I believe that everyone who has two hands, you can learn massage literally in 5 minutes, and just by watching a video, learning something. So there shouldn't be a barrier economically, because the populations that need this instruction most, may not necessarily afford it. So I really want to make sure that all my education that I have is going to have a free bonus components. But yeah, I definitely want to do an online course and a accompanying app. So because my mission is to educate people about, and just to take them, demystify it. It's not, you don't have to go through a 10-week, class, mommy and me class. You can literally start today, today, now, that's so important.
Going off track here. And I told you we're really real around here.
Of course.
So one of the girls on my team, Darby, and I today were prepping for this first podcast interview, and I pulled up your thing. And has anyone mentioned that about your massage?
I know what you're going to say.
So Darby is my son's
Yes.
girlfriend, and she's 23. And I just blurt out, I swear that looks like a sex toy. And Darby was like, what?
Well,
We were
see,
dying
so
laughing.
this was designed not to look like a. This was designed to look like a rattle because it's designed with a very thin neck so baby can hold. Because I forgot to mention, baby can hold.
Yeah, so tell us about that because I have no idea.
Well, actually, let me tell you about since we're talking about adult toy products. So there was a viral article about a woman, and it went crazy viral, where she was using a adult toy product, a vibrator, to massage her baby's back because the baby had croup and phlegm, and she was using it. So like half the parents were outraged, like, oh my gosh, how can you use an adult vibrator on a baby?
If I found out that my mom massaged my back with her vibrator, I would be in therapy right now.
Right. But listen to this. So this is the caveat. So as I was reading all these comments, I started seeing all these doctors coming in and respiratory therapists saying they actually give their clients and parents adult vibrators to take home because it is a great way to expel all that phlegm. And they just of course we do. Like it's,
Did her respiratory therapist give it to her, or was it hers?
Or was it something? Well, she says it was not she was not the one she used. Everything was clean and sanitized. So
I mean, you have to be like a pretty strong-willed person that's okay with taking some flack to post something like that and not be prepared. Because you and I both know.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I prepare for those questions. I mean, look, and this is like the only vibrating apparatus a mom will not be embarrassed to have on her nightstand
for her baby.
For her baby.
Yes. And I love that you pointed out that it looks like a rattle because that's pretty. So tell me, like, what do we do with this?
Yeah. So the Kahlmi, I designed it because I wanted to have something that it would immediately calm baby. And the vibrations are very low. I am just showing it's 3 levels and they're baby safe level vibrations. It comes with 3 heads. This is the bath time bliss head. And then I have the Acu touch head and the daily soothe. And then you just take the top off, and this can be used in the bath or for cradle cap. And this is used for like on the feet or on the palms, like when you want a more stimulating massage. And this is more like the daily soothe.
So my babies, if they were holding it, would have put it straight to their mouth.
Yes. So this is all edible grade silicone for that reason, because I've seen many babies, and what's amazing is that babies, there's no vibrating teethers, and that's the most relaxing and most therapeutic thing for babies who are teething. They all put it right in their mouth. So, and this is also one thing I always recommend for babies who are mobile and who don't want to necessarily are too distracted for massage, is to give them a vibrating toothbrush, because so now you can give them this or you can massage with it. So because what happens is when they hold it, it has that really soothing sensory input that they love, and they just instantly relax. So you can let them hold it. You can use, massage them with it. You can use your hands, or combination of the two. So it really allows you also to travel with it, because then you think of it as their own soothing magic wand. So if baby is beginning to melt down at the store, or you're at your parents' house and baby's just super fussy, you can kind of just put it in your bag and always have your kind of instant magic massager always on you. So baby can immediately feel that, rather than having to sit down and really create that environment.
No, I think that's brilliant, because several of my children hated their infant car seat, and I would have to stick my hand back and tap it. So I was thinking, gosh, I could have set that in the top to make that vibrating noise against the plastic, and that would have worked. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we know babies love vibration because in the womb, they feel those natural vibrations, and there's even mattresses that vibrate, and they're being studied by NASA, and it's crazy. And like they're going through MIT now with this because it's called a stochastic resonance, and they're making these vibrating mattresses because it prevents sleep apnea. It wakes up babies who have unregulated, immature systems, and it just wakes them up, and prevents SIDS. They're trying to make sure, they're doing a lot of studies around it, but it's looking like it really could help with that. So just any vibration is just soothing for babies, and they're just used to that sensation. And just having something to hold that's vibrating is for them and for you is just very calming. And the great thing is, this can also be used for milk letdown.
Oh, wow.
Right. Because I don't know if you've seen all the new lactation massagers. There's a new bra that
Yeah, I've seen
has a
them.
massager in it. It's amazing. All these
Yes.
products, right? Like,
All we had were our hands.
yeah, like where were these products? Like literally. So yeah, so it's something that mom can use as well. So it's a very multifunctional product. And it's just like the calming wand for the family, because it just makes you feel, as soon as you turn it on, that you can kind of just calm everybody with your magic wand.
I love it. Well, I'm glad I asked. Yes, we kind of had a little giggle fit today about it. I've loved having you on here, and I want to ask you about you. I want to ask you, what would you say is your superpower? What is Elina's superpower?
My superpower is, I don't want to say like anything like multitasking. I feel like I'm very intuitive, and I really work on my intuition, and um, and 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 then I do think I have a sense of a good, like, I keep a sense of humor about everything, like, because otherwise you just would lose your mind, having business and kids. And so I just think that using your intuition in life and in different respects, and then trying to keep a good perspective, that in the end, like, it's not all so important, even though it feels like it is sometimes. And just having enjoying yourself as much as you can, and but trying to work hard at the same time. It's hard being a mom, working business. I mean, I can't believe 7 kids. I mean,
They're mostly grown, so don't give me too much credit.
I know, but what
Yeah,
you've been through.
a lot. So my other question is, what would your partner say is your superpower?
My partner would say my superpower. Oh, he always says like I'm very like decisive. Like, I don't really waffle at all. Like, I'm just like, okay, that's it, we're done, bye, and efficient, decisive.
See, I'm so opposite of that.
Okay.
Well, in certain
It's
areas,
probably in certain respects you are, and in some others not.
picking somewhere to eat is my least decisive.
Yeah, like he can't decide where to eat.
Like, I'm always afraid I'm going to miss out on something.
Yeah. I always have to make those important life decisions. Where are we going to eat?
Yeah. Yeah, that's so I have that problem. I am so happy that we had you on here. I'm so happy that you showed me your Kahlmi, because I was really wondering, like what it was and how to use it and all of that. And I can't wait for
Yeah.
your teaching inside of Calm Mama Society.
I can't wait to show all the massages with the class. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. So I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you so much.
And we've already said everyone can find you on Instagram. What is your handle on Instagram?
It's Get Kahlmi. And then on TikTok, it's just Kahlmi, KAHLMI.
Okay. And then it's callme.com.
And yeah,
And
that's the website.
I'm going to link everything in the show notes about it. Is Kahlmi available?
I was just going to say, we just launched pre-orders. And so you can pre-order now, and then it'll be shipping in May.
Oh, okay. Good. I'm glad I asked that
Yes.
because I know I'm going to get questions about that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you so much. It was great to talk.
It was fun. And now I am no longer a podcast virgin. Hey, Mama, thank you so much for listening to this episode of The Birth Experience with Labor Nurse Mama. I learned so much from Elina today about infant massage and the importance of taking the time to just focus on your sweet little baby. If you loved this episode as much as I did, make sure you take the time to write a review. Tell me what your takeaway was. Tell me what you learned today. And also hit subscribe, and we will see you next time.